Hi, this is John Slatkus from Strategic Organizing Systems, and today I'm going to go over a preview of Canvasser, our app that allows for organizing both new members and existing members. I'm going to start with talking to you about the organizing director, Jake. Jake has been organizing director for several years at this local, and the numbers are everything. He really cares about making sure that they have accurate numbers and feel that is key to the success of their organizing drives. So when Jake wakes up in the morning, he opens up UnionSuite Canvasser and he takes a look at the dashboard for a particular campaign that they're working on. And he notices that there's a lot of people unassessed. So if he looks at the dashboard to the bottom right, he's seeing that there's a lot of assessments outstanding, and they have some leaders, they have some pro-union, but the fact of the matter is they need to sign up more people and they need to start talking to people who have not yet been spoken with. So he's suggesting that they're going to need to go do some blitzing. So now we're going to meet Mira. She's the local admin, and she really cares a lot about this campaign as well and wants to support the organizing efforts. And she really tries hard to make sure that the data is really clean within the database and the canvassing app. So Jake goes ahead and in the application, it's a messaging system called Chatter. And so Jake, within the system, sends out a message to Mira saying that he would like to set up a house visit for all the unassessed workers. And could she please set up Canvasser for house visits? He would like Phil to start working on this tomorrow. And immediately after he sends that message out to Mira, Mira on her phone gets a message that he wants this house visiting set up ASAP. Mira is on it. She goes ahead and sends a message back to Jake and saying, I can set this up by the end of the day. And if we were to log in as Jake, Jake would see that message immediately. So Mira's first step is to create a report. She creates a filter of all the people who work at Warehouse 333 who are unassessed. That just takes her a couple of minutes to set up. She then sets up the project group within the Canvasser, and that's what ties the universe of people that we want to go visit, and also adds a particular survey to that grouping and creates packets. So you can set up that maybe you want each packet to be no more than 10 or 20 users. All of that is pretty quick to do, and Mira has been trained on setting that up for the organizers. And now we meet Phil. Phil is the organizer who's responsible for getting this work done. So he's going to be the one who's actually conducting these house visits. And he knows how important it is to not only do the work, but to bring on new leaders within the union. So Mira lets Phil and Jake know that the canvassing is ready through that chatter, through the internal system for communicating among staff. So immediately they're messaged that the canvassing is all set and ready to go. And now we meet Barry. Barry is a worker and a leader over at this warehouse. And so he's going to be critical to our organizing efforts. So Phil goes ahead and he sends a text message over to through the canvassing app to Barry asking if he can help. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So now Phil is going to find Barry in his mobile app just by typing his name. Barry comes up, he selects Barry, and he wants to text him. So he goes to more, and he clicks send text, clicks mobile phone, and says, Hey Barry, can you help canvass with me tomorrow evening from 4 p.m. till 8 p.m.? ? It's canvassing time. Phil then goes and picks up Barry, and they're ready to do their canvassing. He's going to open up the app, and he's going to go to the Canvasser app. And then he remembers what Mira told him about the project group. So this is how we figure out the people that we want to visit. And in this example, we're going to be visiting the unassessed people in Warehouse 333. So you'll see that is the project group that we're selecting. And then the project within it is the Warehouse 333 unassessed. And then we're selecting one of the packets. We'll select the first packet in the list, and then we'll click Save, click OK. Canvasser then takes us to the map. So you can click on any of the icons, and it's going to give you the details about that person there. And you can also go to List View. And one of the cool things with the List View is you can click on the current location sorting group so that it's going to select those people who are closest to you on the list. You can scroll through. You can also click on any of the addresses, and it's going to open up your turn-by-turn directions in your map program, so you can easily find those people. You can go back to Salesforce, and it takes you back to your list. You can toggle back and forth between the map view. So let's say we want to pick a particular person. We decide that we're going to visit Victor Page next. So from here, I can click on the, let's say we find his directions, we're at Victor's house, we have a good discussion, he actually goes ahead and he signs a card. So we can do a couple of things. One is we can click on the survey, and so we can mark the survey questions that he did sign a card, that the date the card was signed was March 3rd, and we're going to assess him as a 2. He's not quite a leader, but he's pro-union because he signed the card, and the result is that he signed the card. And the cool thing with the result field is that's going to change the icon on the map to show that it's a check mark, that it's somebody that has been visited and has signed up. An X would mean that they refused, and an exclamation point would mean that there were some issues that we have to flag. I'm going to click Submit. Survey is going to be OK. And then I'm going to close, and I'm going to go and refresh, and you'll see that his icon now is marked as a check. And then we can go to his particular record. Since we now have a signed card and we want those processed quickly, and we want to make sure we have a record of that, I can go to the Post button up at top, and then I can say Photo, Video, take photo or video. And then I've got the card right here that he signed. I'll take a photo of it. I'll say use this photo. And I'll also mention this to Mira so that she's notified immediately that we have a new card. And I'll hit Post. And we're all set, and I can go back. I'm back at the map, and I can go to my next person to visit. So that's how we do the canvassing. Phil then goes and picks up Barry, and they're ready to do their canvassing. He's going to open up the app. So now Mira is immediately notified that a new card has come in. Let's take a look at what it looks like for her. Okay, while Phil uses his canvassing app mostly on his phone, Mira, who's back in the office, usually uses the desktop app. So since the time that, that the card was signed by Victor, you'll see up in the upper right corner, there's a notification center. And you'll see, if I click on it, that Phil has mentioned Mira in a post. So I can click on that, and I can see what's going on, and I see, hey, there's a new card that was received. And lo and behold, I can see that actual card that Victor signed moments ago. And the union now has a copy of that card in their hands. And that happens immediately from the field. Mira can then go by typing in Victor. And then we go to Victor page. And we can notice a couple of things. Here we notice the card that Phil attached via his phone. So we can see a copy of that. We can download it. We can verify that the information looks legible. And I can also see that from the survey, his assessment has been changed to a 2. He signed the card, and he signed the day on March 3rd, 2021. So some unions allow the organizers to do that level of data entry. In other users, it would just be a post with that detail, and then Mira, who's in charge of making sure the data is accurate, she fills in everything else. Mira did, and then she could also do a quick like on Phil. So Phil is then notified that Mira saw the message and has taken action. Now let's say Barry wants to do some work at his work site. After the canvassing, Phil is really excited about the progress they've made, and Barry has said that he's willing to talk to workers at the work site since Phil does not have access into the place. So Phil goes ahead, he opens up his canvassing app on his desktop, and he selects the Warehouse 333 list. And he goes about assigning certain people that he thinks Barry should talk to. He's going to give him a list of about 10 people, make it reasonable for him to get to within a day or two. And so what he does is he just adds Barry as the leader to those people. He clicks save, and then he switches over to his list for Barry. So this is all the people that he wants to assign for Barry. If he had information about what floor they worked on or a specific location, he could change any of the different columns here. It's super easy. You would just go into this icon over here and say select fields to display, and he can move these fields around and make any changes he wants. Or if there's information he doesn't want printed, he can delete those fields. Easy enough. And then he just clicks the printable view, and he can print this out as a PDF and text it over to Barry, or he can email him, or he can give it to him the next time he sees him. So that's how the workplace visit can happen within Canvasser as well. And what's really cool, as all of these new cards are coming in and the field work is moving forward, Jake at any time can pull out his phone, take a look at his dashboards, either on his phone or on his desktop, and see that the numbers are increasing for the number of people who've signed cards. He could click on those icons too, and he could actually see the details of who was actually signed if he wanted that level of information. But all of that's handy for Jake in real time as the campaign is moving forward from his phone.